Hey guys, it's Kylie here, Recreate Women's Fitness, and I'm here with the lovely Courtney today. We're calling it Courtney 2.0 today because this is the second interview I've had with Courtney, and I'm excited to do this second interview because, like anyone knows, our life is a journey, and this is Courtney's journey, and this is the second part, I feel, maybe a third part of the journey here at Recreate Women's Fitness. So thanks for joining me, Courtney.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so I've invited Courtney along today because we spoke about, how many months ago now? Was it last year?
When I first joined.
No, when did we speak last time? A couple of months ago?
In February, I believe our last sit down was.
Yeah, so before we had a break for COVID.
Yeah.
So Courtney's come up here and we did an interview, and we were talking about her journey and how well she had done, not only physically but also mentally, which was really, really amazing, and we just loved listening to Courtney's journey. But I knew at that stage that Courtney still had a very long way to go.
Yeah, I felt a lot better mentally than I had done last year when I was struggling quite a lot, but I was still kind of at the beginning of that road to recovery, so to speak. So since my last sit down with you, my life has just changed dramatically. Yeah.
So just take us back. I'll take you back to February. I mean, we were talking and you were talking about how you were getting better with your mental health.
Yeah.
But I don't think long after that interview, I think you had a bit of a spat where you sort of went back into a bit of a slump again.
Yeah.
I remember talking to your mum and like, where's Court? What's going on? And talking to you, and you had a bit of a,
little bit of a dip. What I've been told in the past, and something I try to hold on to, is the road to self-improvement, whether it be mental, physical, a journey at work, is never linear. It always, goes up and has a dip and keeps going. So after we did speak, there was a little bit of a dip again in my journey. But I think during those periods, you do have to remember to be kind to yourself. It's all about the way you talk to yourself. Yes, I'm in a dip, but that's okay.
Totally.
You can have, this little bit of time off, and then off we go again. So,
So what happened? So Courtney's just explained that she had a bit of a dip, and I did notice that. She sort of was coming in, but not as regular as she was before. And then COVID hit, and fortunately we went virtual. Yeah. And Courtney and her mum were a group of women that joined us on virtual. There was quite a few. Yeah. And it kept her going. Yeah, I would say, didn't it?
In the circumstances, obviously everyone out there has experienced what COVID's brought to the world, but here at Recreate and Kylie, she let all the women take equipment home, so we had weights and things at home. She got the virtual training up and running straight away, back to multiple classes every day, so no matter what time, you could jump on and do your normal workout just at home.
Kept us sane.
That kept us sane.
Kept us all sane, I think.
Yeah.
So with that, we did the virtual training, and then fortunately we got a chance to reopen our doors. And I know Courtney at the end of virtual training had a bit of a slump again. But not just Courtney. I mean, all of us. I mean, I go through the same thing. So it's like you said, it's not linear. Everyone has a dip. Everyone has some drives and then some lows and some highs. So it's part of life. But then coming back in. Refocusing again.
Complete game changer. As I said in the interview in February, this space, this gym, this environment here is just mind-blowing. It's my safe space, as I said before. I did mention previously that it's the only space in my life where my headspace is quiet. Now, for anyone that has experienced a busy headspace, or if you've struggled mentally yourself, that busyness is negative, and it's always degrading your self-worth and all those horrible, painful emotions. This was the only place where that would quieten down and I would feel lighter. Now, however, that has transferred out of the gym, and I'm feeling that everywhere I go. I feel like I'm floating, to be honest.
And you know what's lovely, Courtney? It's lovely to see you come in with a smile like every day. Like there'd be days that I knew you dragged yourself in.
Oh yeah.
I could see, a picture paints 1,000 words. You could see it in your face. You can see it in anyone's face. You can just look at a person and see that inner sadness or that struggle. And it's always really important if you're out there just to reach out to whoever, whenever, to make sure they're okay. But now I see you come in and you're just like a ray of sunshine.
Yeah.
You're just glowing, you're bouncing through the door, you're ready to take on whatever the challenge may be of the day. And it's so awesome for us as a team here. I know Beck and Lavana and myself just love having you, and so do the rest of the members in here. They're just inspiring to watch you. And I want to share another part of your journey, and that's your weight loss journey as well.
Yes.
And not long ago, Courtney came up to me and said, you know what, I'm struggling to lose those last few kilos. And I go, what kilos? How about we focus on maybe reducing our body fat and increasing our muscle mass and getting more tone? Which Courtney was like, okay, well, I'm down with that. Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be coached?
Yeah. Because Courtney's looking amazing. She's lost enough weight. She just needs to change a few things around. And the surprising thing I think that Courtney found was we started doing some macro tracking for her to understand, you know, what she's eating firstly and how much she's eating, or maybe sometimes how little we're eating, which is what usually happens with most women. They really think they're eating well, and they generally are, but they're just not eating enough for their body to get to the shape or the point that they would like to get. Yeah. And how did you find with the macro tracking? Share that with the girls out there.
Well, macro tracking to me, first of all, sounded intimidating. It's like, oh, this is going to be a lot of effort and it's going to be, you know, time consuming. But you got me onto this amazing app, and it is quick and easy, and I've learned so much. Yeah. About what I'm eating, how much I'm eating. I actually need to eat more food.
A lot more.
Yeah.
And then what happened when, surprise, what happened when you ate food? What happened to your weight?
Yeah, I'm eating more and losing weight. So that's fantastic.
How does that happen, people?
I don't know,
how many times do we have to say shock horror, really. This is another proof.
Yes, I'm really enjoying the macro tracking and just learning about the foods and what they're doing to my body. And you know, I've spoken to you, I still need to up my protein a little bit, but it's all been a work in progress.
Yeah.
So with my diet, and you've mentioned this to the ladies, whatever the challenge in front of you, just one little step at a time to make it achievable.
One.
And that's exactly what I've done. I started with eating breakfast because I never ate breakfast, and I just plugged at that for a week or two, and then I moved on and started eating more eggs because I, you know, needed a better kind of snack. And it was just adding one thing at a time, not trying to do everything at once. And I find for me that's made it a lot more sustainable. It feels good that I'm not on a diet, I'm just improving my diet.
That's exactly right. It's that one thing at a time. That all or nothing approach never works. It works for a short period of time, and that is called yo-yo dieting. So, you know, when you go into a challenge, when you're going into looking at changing something of your life, if it's fitness or health or whatever, just changing one thing at a time. I'm actually reading a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear, and he talks about that 1%. What's that 1% that you can change consistently over time, builds up and makes a major difference in your life.
Yeah.
And just that little 1% that you talked about, just changing this for a little bit and then keeping that in place and then changing something else. It's
and I think that same principle, although we're speaking about diet, can be applied to anything and everything. Whether it's a project at work, whether you're on your own weight loss journey, whatever. It's that one step at a time. You know, the mountain may seem huge and one step may seem tiny, but it's those little steps that gets you there in the end. So I'm all about the little things. Yeah.
And the exciting thing is Courtney's got a new goal that she would like to achieve now. And you want to share what your new goal is that you're going to achieve?
My triathlon.
Yeah, that one.
Yes. So last week, you know, my weight loss goal has been achieved. I did drop the 20 kilos in 10 months. And now that I'm doing weights, I was like, what can be a new goal? I'm not sure how to manage a new goal in terms of weights. So randomly late one night, I saw an advertisement for the Hoskerson Triathlon and I signed up. So,
I'm not going to go with her.
Help me, someone who wants to come. Please come with me.
Yeah,
so it's awesome. Just a mini one. Don't get too excited. Yeah, it's just a really mini one. We've got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but that's exactly right, and that's what we're talking about goals and achieving goals, and you're just like knocking them over, bowling them over.
I'm just feeling like me again. Like the old me was just so outdoorsy and loved to laugh and just have a joke, and you know, I'm getting back into bushwalking and hiking with my friends and.
Yes, I've seen those beautiful Instagram posts. It's awesome.
I just feel good.
And we are so proud and we're so happy to have you here again as part of Recreate and to watch your journey. If you feel like you need a little hand and you want to come in and train with all the beautiful women here at Recreate, we'd love to meet you. Our focus this month is actually on body confidence and self-worth. We're talking about using kind words, not only to yourself, but also to people around you, and just making sure people are okay, and just having those changes in your life, the small changes in your life, can make a massive difference long term. If you'd love to join us, contact us here today at Recreate Women's Fitness, because we'd love to help you. Thanks, Courtney.
Thank you.